I've had a relationship with my mother that's a bit difficult since I was a teenager, and I think about the whole idea of contrast and rockets of desire and think, well, naturally, from a place of contrast, I'd want to be saying, I desire to have that better relationship. But I get stuck when I'm halfway there thinking about that desire and then suddenly just go into some sort of fear about being in that place, that nicer place.
Well, the most important thing to understand about your relationship with your mother is that it's completely about what you think and not anything about what she thinks about what you think. And if you can work that around, then you're there. When you think, why do you think you care about what she thinks? Because she made it pretty important early on.
Yep.
And you've never come to the awareness of transferring the alignment that you're reaching for to be the alignment with your source. Yeah. In other words, how do you think the source within you sees your mother?
Struggling, lost herself.
Well, that's how you see her, but that's not how the source within you sees her. In other words, that discomfort that you feel when you see her struggling is because there's a contradiction in the way who you really are is seeing her and the way you're seeing her.
Okay.
Give us some conversation about it. In other words, do you live with her?
Very close. She makes sure she's very close, in proximity. She's not under the same roof at the moment, but she has been.
And what's good about that?
It's not.
And what's bad about that?
I feel claustrophobic.
Because you can't control her perception of you.
I feel suffocated.
Does she disapprove of you?
Yes.
And do you disapprove of her disapproval?
Yes.
And so it is our desire to convince you that what's suffocating you is your disapproval of her disapproval, not her disapproval.
Okay.
Because you can't feel, your point of attraction has nothing to do with what she's feeling, but it has everything to do with what you're feeling about what she's feeling. So why have you got your nose in her business? And isn't that a tricky way to put it? It's none of your business what she thinks about you.
I've heard that saying. It's none of their business none of your business what they think of you.
Because can you control what she thinks about you?
No.
Can you control?
I know that.
Can you control what you think about her thinking about you?
Yes.
All right, now we've really got to go general on this, don't we? Because so does she call you every day and annoy you?
Yes.
And what kinds of things does she say?
Sometimes it's just petty things, and it's just an excuse to get in touch.
Well, that's your speculation. So what kinds of things does she say?
I was just wondering, if you had time this afternoon to come and help me do this or do that, or did you give your boy fruit first? He should have been eating fruit first. It could be anything.
Well, that's really harsh, isn't it? How dare she care about you? What's the matter with her? And she cares about your boy too? We're having fun with you a little bit. Surely there's more that she's doing that's annoying than that.
I guess it's just the little attacks these days. I mean, the little...
Does it feel that she is shining a spotlight on imperfections in you?
Yes.
And if you knew that there were no imperfections, could she shine a spotlight on them? Wouldn't it sort of just be her quirkiness? In other words, she's just got that spotlight that she's shining around. It's sort of what she does, but isn't it cute?
I've never thought of it that way. But I could give it a go.
What we've noticed is that when someone touches a hot spot or a sore spot, then you feel the way you do. And so it's as we were talking to our very first friend here today, that, you see, most people, as they come into this physical life experience, of course they came from source energy, and they have their own perspective of what they are observing that they are getting feedback from constantly. But most people really early on lose that sense of awareness of how they feel in relationship to who they really are, because the humans in their life make it very important to you to care about what they think. And so in caring about what they think, or in trying to get them to care about what you think, all of you are training one another to disregard your own guidance, and that's really what's at the heart of your discomfort. We really want you to understand that when you look at someone and you say, because of the way you behave, I feel such and such, that there is such a powerlessness in that, because it is not the way that it is. What's really going on is what really is happening is, and if we could speak it for you, it would go like this. It would say, I am choosing to see you in a way that is entirely different from the way the source within me sees you. And because of the divergence I am making right here and now, I do not feel good. And I blame you. Because if you were different, I would be able to see you in a way that makes me love you. You're being unlovable. Now, the important thing about this is that no one is ever unlovable to Source, because Source always loves. And yet, we know it's hard when there are lovable people in your life who are easy to love, and then there are people that are not so easy to love. It makes you just want to shout, you need to be different so that I can feel better, because I want more than life itself, because it is life itself, to feel good. But we like it so much when somebody up close to you stubbornly remains unlovable, because it causes you to do the only thing that will ever set you free, which is to find your connection with love anyway. And that's what unconditional love is. Most people are running around living very conditional loves. I want to love you, but I can't under these conditions, so be different. And to a certain extent, you stand on your head to please one another, but very soon you begin to resent what they are asking of you. You need me to do what so that you can feel better? Because it sort of sucks the life out of you. You get a few needy people around you who are dependent upon you doing those things, and we think that's what's happening to you here, is that you're letting what your mother wants. You see, she trains you that way early on. You all do it to each other. She trains you to respond to her needs. And in doing so, you're setting aside the biggest one that you have, which is your own connection with who you are. So give us a call. We will be you, and you be your mother. Call us and make a request. Make a request.
Now?
Yeah. And make it similar to something that you are living pretty regularly. Hello?
Yeah,
yes, I thought that might be you.
That's right.
I thought that...
I was just hoping you'd come around and help me move this furniture. She has a bad back, so she finds lots of reasons now to get you
now
here.
You're going in and out of character.
Okay.
Who is this? Who is this?
It's your mother, you know that.
Who is this?
Your mother.
Mother, I'm so glad you called. I was thinking about you before you called, and I was feeling such appreciation for you giving birth to me.
Now that's a leap.
If it were not for you, I would not be here at all. You provide this wonderful avenue into, well, now we know it's too soon for this conversation. What do you want, Mother? What do you want?
Well, my back's been playing up a lot. I'm just hoping you can come around before you go to work and help me move some furniture. There's usually a way she'll put it so you can't say no, but I can't remember.
Well, in that case, yes.
Okay.
Is it important that it be done today?
Well, no, it could wait.
Well, you know,
No,
Mom,
it's okay.
Mom, I really do want to help you. And it's just that the timing's a little off for me right now. So, if we could put this off for just a little bit, because there's some things I need to do before I come and help you do that. Now, what would she logically say to that? Like what?
Oh, I guess so.
Like, what do you need to do is what her logical question would be. Like what? What is it that you need to do?
Yes.
Well, I really want to get in a place where I'm really feeling good about helping you move that. And so, you know, I've been making these lists of positive aspects about you. And I have about a half a page. And I figured that I need to get up to 2 or 3 pages before I can really come and really be there for you in the way that you want me to be there. Now, what do you think she would say if you said something like that?
Oh. Okay. She wouldn't know what to say.
She wouldn't know what to say, would she? All right, so now the important thing is that you actually do follow through with that, and you make your list of positive aspects. So let's make a short list of positive aspects about your mother. Are you getting a sense of the grid that she has been practicing? Are you getting a sense of what her point of attraction is about her grid? And aren't you starting to feel a little sorry for her mother, who is sucked in to the grid that she's got going? In other words, you've been blaming it all on your mother. And we're not saying that you're not responding to what she's doing. But every time you respond to what she's doing, you practice a grid, and she can't buck your current. So she's reaching for you. You see, what she wants from you, she wants you to be there for her, not just there moving furniture around. The reason she calls you is because she's hungry for something that she hasn't gotten from you maybe ever. And that is happiness while you're with her. That's eagerness to be with her. That's what she keeps reaching for. So she keeps conjuring all kinds of things that seem unimportant to you because they're really not the most important thing in order to get you over there. But you keep showing up, not tuned in, tapped in, turned on. So you leave her still hungry, you see. Where if you could take the time to align yourself with who you really are so that all of you shows up, so that all of you shows up, so that you show up in fun and in appreciation for that which she is, so that you show up with energy and vitality and clarity about how to move the furniture, so that you show up with a willingness that comes only from that alignment, you see. That's what she's hungry for. And until you tune into that and show up in her life experience like that, she's just going to keep asking and asking and asking and asking for it, because you cannot fill that void that she feels unless you are in alignment with the whole of that which you are. So then you go off and you make your list of positive aspects. And maybe it's a short list at first, but you say things. You get really general about it. You say things like, she did provide an avenue for me into this physical time-space reality. And she does care about me. That's why she stays close. And she does keep reaching out for something that she's wanting to get. And she is inspiring within me the desire for alignment so that I can satisfy that void within me and maybe inspire a filling of that void within her. The fact that she hasn't given up on us because she innately knows that there's something that she's reaching there for. Not only is she reaching for something that she's wanting to get for her from me, but she's sensing that there's something that she wants to give to me. But we keep getting crossways of it. And so it feels like we never quite get it said because we're two people out of the vortex just banging around.